This is a video for square 20 of the Rosy Outlook crochet along. All right, so here we are, and I have changed the 44, and I know this kind of seems like a long chain, and the stitches might seem like a lot, but this is how it worked out for me to work out to be the same size as the other squares. So if you need to make adjustments to your hook size or to the repeat, go right on ahead. But this is what I needed to make it all work size-wise. So we're going to double crochet into the 6th chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And so this equals a double crochet plus chain space. And then we're going to chain 1 and we're going to skip the next chain and double crochet into the one after. And then chain 1 and skip the next chain and then double crochet in the next one. And we're going to keep doing that across. Chain 1, skip a chain, and then double crochet. And chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet. All right, so go ahead and do that all the way across and we'll meet back for the turn. Here we are at the end of row 1, and that's what you should have. It should look kind of like a ladder, if you will. And so row 2, we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, and 3, and turn. And then we are going to skip the next 2 chain 1 spaces. So skip that one and that one. And then we're going to do 3 double crochet, chain 2, and 3 double crochet in the double crochet, not into the chain space, but into that double crochet. Okay, so do you see that? So we're skipping 2 chain spaces, and then in the top of that double crochet we're doing the 3 double chain 2, 3 double, and then we are going to skip the next chain, the 2 next chain 1 spaces, and then we are going to just double crochet into the top of that double crochet there. So skipping the spaces and going into that double crochet. And then we're going to skip those 2 spaces again, and we're going to go into that next double crochet and do our 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double crochet. Now, I basically just copied this from the book where I got it, the patterns from. But another way of looking at it is that we're skipping the double crochet and going into the next double crochet. And we're skipping the double crochet and going into the next double crochet. So don't let it get too confusing with the chain spaces. That just happens to be the way it was written for me. So you see our pattern here. We've got our little fans, and then we have our double crochets in between it. Okay, so let's skip that double crochet in the 2 chain spaces, and we're going to do another fan in the next double crochet. So 3 double crochets and chain 2 and 3 double crochets. Okay, and skip our 2 chain spaces and double crochet into that next double crochet. And continue doing this all the way across, and I'll meet you for the turn. So here we are. We've done our last shell, and we're just going to skip that the last 2 chain spaces, and we're going to skip, because remember this counts as a double crochet and a chain space. So we're going to skip that first chain, and we're going to do a double into the next one. Oops. I want to go into this like that. And you can go into the chains however you want to. I just have a way that I personally like. So there you go. All right, so that's the end of row 2. Now row 3 is a chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And this counts as a double crochet and a chain 3. So we are going to single crochet in the next chain 2 space. So if you recall, our chain 2 spaces are at the top of these little fans here. So we're going to, we're going to single crochet into the top. And what that did, that double crochet in chain 3 creates this little corner here. Okay. And then we are going to chain 3 and then double crochet in the top of this double crochet in between the fans. And then chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and single crochet in the top chain 2 space. And chain 3. And then double crochet in the top of this double crochet here in the middle. So we're skipping the 3 double crochets on either side of the fans. And then chain 3 and single in the top. And we'll do this all the way across. Okay, so here we are at the last fan. And so we're just going to chain 3. And then we're going to double crochet into the top of that turning chain. And that creates our same little corner here. And so your row should look like this. All right. So now let's chain 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we are counting this as a double crochet and a chain 1. And then we're going to double crochet in the next chain 3 space. So right here. And then we're going to chain 1 and double crochet in the top of the single and chain 1 and double crochet in that chain 3 space, chain 1 and double crochet in the top of the double crochet, and chain 1 and double crochet in that chain 3 space, chain 1, double crochet in the single, and you'll keep doing that all the way across. And so what we're doing is we're creating this row here. We're doing it again up here, essentially. So keep going across with your chain 1 and double crochet into the chain spaces, the double crochets, and the single crochets. And I will meet you for the turn. So here we are at the end. And if you recall in the previous row, we did a chain 6 in order to get that corner. So we're just going to count 1, 2, 3 up and do our double crochet in the middle of that chain. Oops, I don't like where that's at. Like this. So you see we created that corner. We just went right in the middle of that chain 6. Okay. So row 5, we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to double crochet in the chain 1 space. And we're going to double crochet in the double crochet. And so we're going to keep going all the way across, putting 1 double crochet in each chain space and 1 double crochet in each double crochet. All right, so keep doing that all the way across, and I'll see you for row 6. So here we are at the end, and we have our chain 4 from the previous row. And so we're just going to double crochet in the space, not into the chain, but into the space. And then we're going to double crochet into the chain, but we're going to count 1, 2, 3 up. And we're not going to go into the 4th one. We're going to go into the 3rd one. And so the end of your row, this is what you should have. It's just a double crochet in every chain space and every double crochet. And you see here how this guy is a little wonky here. Just scooch them over. You can even get them evenly spaced, the ones that are in the chain spaces, just by squooshing them over. All right, so we have one more row in our repeat, and it's essentially the same as row 2. I'm sorry, it's essentially the same as row 1. So we're going to chain 4, and that counts as a double crochet and a chain 1. And I totally have no idea how many I changed there. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. And so we're going to skip the first double crochet, skip the second one, and we're going to go into that 3rd one, and then chain 1, skip 1, and double crochet in the next, and chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next. And we're going to keep doing that all the way across. So there you have it. Those are our rows, and you're going to continue with repeating rows 2 through 6 until you get to the height that you need, and then you're going to do the single crochet border all the way around. All right, hope you enjoy.